What do you think personally identifiable information, or PII, is?
Your phone number.
Your phone number, very good.
And your email address.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Hair color, or color of your eyes. Just like your race, like what kind of clothes you wear, where you live.
What I do, and other than that, sort of where I come from.
What type of information do people or organizations ask you to share to identify yourself?
Email address first, and then phone number. Yes.
I mean, address, phone number, email, government organizations or social security.
Okay, so all of this identity information that you just talked about, your name, your address, your birthday, do you think that's valuable information?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think it's valuable?
Because if you share that with someone that you don't know, they can actually end up like someone you don't really like and someone that's not really a good person, and they could share that with other people.
And you could just pretend to be you and waste all your money.
How often do you think you share personally identifiable information?
All the time. Yeah.
That'll vary, but I'm sure I'm probably 2 or 3 times a day at least.
Probably every single day, or every other day, like signing up for stuff, signing up for websites, signing up for whatever it is. If you fill out a form, they're going to ask for your email, so every day.
Does sharing this information ever concern you?
Not the things that I just listed, no. I think probably because I've already put them out in the universe so many times that it doesn't feel like any more vulnerable.
Well, it doesn't as much anymore. You become kind of immune, I think, the more you are asked.
Have you ever been a victim of identity theft?
I've never been a victim, but it is something I do worry about.
I have, yes. Yeah, credit card twice now, I think. I think it was Florida. Somewhere in Florida that somebody was trying to buy a condo and they said, we didn't think this was you.
They had gone in, hacked my account, changed my password so that everything would be going to them from then on out. So had I not caught it, I would have probably never known that it was happening. And sure enough, someone had somehow gotten in and they had purchased almost $1,000 worth of Groupons in one day.
And so it seemed normal that I might get an email from Yahoo. And I was careless and opened it. And of course, it was not from Yahoo. And suddenly, all my contacts were getting very interesting offers. So it was extremely time-consuming, and of course, the first place you go is to protect your financial resources.
Yesterday, I was on my way coming back. I was getting a cup of coffee, and I got a phone call from Discover. It asked if I had just called or whatever, and I said, no, I have not. And said, someone's trying to activate a credit card. I said, I did order a new credit card. They approved, and they were mailing it out. And someone had taken it from my mailbox at my home while I was gone. And so today we're trying to pursue it a little further because something like that has happened. It's a federal crime. So anyway, that's identity theft in a big way when they're trying to activate and get into my money.
I've had a situation where my Facebook account was actually compromised, and then I wasn't very, I didn't feel very safe posting any information on there, and then it was like, well, who else knows the password, because you use the same password for multiple sites, and so, yes, it's a very big concern for me.
What do you do to protect your identity?
I use checks, which supposedly are better than using credit cards, and I typically don't use a debit card. I use a credit card. So that's what I do.
I have like different levels of passwords, so my bank accounts have like my highest security level versus like my shopping websites that I go to like have a very simple password. It doesn't really matter if someone got into. So I do that to try and sort of be more protective of things that I need to be more protective of. That's probably the only effort that I take, frankly.
I usually just keep my information to people that I know, people that I trust.
We check our credit card information daily.
I'm aware of my credit score. As far as my identity, I don't always, I very seldom put in my Social Security when I ask, because what do you need it for? You know, I mean, you've got most of the data that you need. My wife will always cross it out and say, if you have to have that, I don't need you. She's real hard-nosed on that. So.
Do you mind stating your name and age?
My name is James Nelson, and what? What else?
And your age.
I'm 73.
And your Social Security number.
Yeah, right.
No.